shit.
What's it say? Is it? You haven't got any error messages?
It's not saying anything.
Okay, turn off, start again. Shut the door. Lock us in.
Lock us in.
Unlock us if you can.
We're locked in now.
2 beeps. We got in.
We got in.
We sat down. Okay.
Oh! I've never had that happen before.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
No error message. It was going.
No error at all. It just wasn't turning over. Well, it was turning over, but it wasn't firing.
Something? Do you have a tracker or something, like an immobilizer?
Yeah, but it's on the key. Securely on the key. How appropriate for a living with video.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome back to the F12, and I'm sure you've noticed Sam from Seeing Through Glass in the passenger seat. Today we're doing a slightly unusual take on what is otherwise a living with video. There are plenty of living with videos out there,
sure, and
I was going to do what I would class as a conventional living with an F12 video, but I've basically done that in previous videos. So if you want to know,
other videos.
Exactly. So I've done road trips in this thing. I've done 10 things I love about the F12, all of that type of thing. And I thought, rather than me rattling on about what I think you want to know, I posted a question on Instagram last week to get questions from you guys as to what you actually want to know. And in typical Instagram style, we had over 210 questions. So thank you for that. Brilliant. But Sam is going to be quizmaster again, as per our Q&A.
Questions loaded.
And he's going to pull them out at random. I have no idea what questions he's going to ask. Yeah, and we're going to get an insight into what you guys want to know about this car. The reason it came about as well is because I've recently done 10,000 miles in this F12, and it's not every day that someone gets that much experience in a Ferrari F12.
No.
So, yeah, so I think we're in a good position to give honest feedback on what it's like living with an F12. Over to you, Sam.
Yeah, well you are, I'm not.
Well, sure.
I have no
Although,
idea.
interestingly, you've spent some time around it. You've been in it. We've been to the Evo Triangle together.
I forgot my Ferrari hat.
Hey, you're letting the side down.
Ferrari,
fanboy.
Such a fanboy. Right, yeah, so over to me. So I'm Quizmaster Central.
Yes.
I'm going to throw your audience's questions at you, and then maybe chuck in some unexpected ones as well.
Fire away, man, by all means.
Do you want me to tell you who asked it?
Yeah, I think it's nice to know.
It's nice.
It's nice to read out those complicated names that mean no sense at all.
Yeah, you just want me to just struggle with this. The first question is going to be from Danstagram96.
Danstagram.
Solid.
Let's see what you did there, Dan.
How much does a tank of fuel cost, and how many miles does it get you?
So the tank is a decent size because it's a GT car. So with high octane, and high octane in England's 97, so it's not that high octane. From empty, you're looking just under £100.
Okay.
And how much you get out of it very much depends on how you drive it.
Of course, as any fuel
as anything. But say on a long run like we did when we drove down to Monaco, you could get 380 miles out of a tank.
Okay.
Obviously, it doesn't sound great for £100,
no, yeah.
but this is a V12 and it drinks with 2 straws.
But also, can I say that my Jag, 5-litre V8, does 80 quid and 350 miles.
Okay, so not horrific. Not horrendous.
All the Jag is horrendous.
All the drag is terrible. But again, and I'm likening this to events that the experiences we both shared when we drove to the Alps and had that amazing driving day. It was sort of averaging 9, and I got about 120 miles out of the tank. So it very much depends on how you're driving the car.
Sure.
So spiritedly, terrible. On a run, acceptable.
Just. Right, next question. RKP_automotive. What other modifications are you thinking about adding to it? Because you've lived with it, with the IP for how long?
Since I got it.
Since you
12
got it.
months.
12 months.
12 months.
Would you change anything else?
Up until lately, I would have said no, but having driven the Novitec in Largo, and this already has an upgraded exhaust on it, so people who might be watching this for the first time, this has an IP Innertech exhaust system on it, and it's fabulous. But I drove an Largo which has a full Novitec system on it, and I would be inclined to go the full step. Not necessarily Novitec, because I already have the half system on this that's already been paid for.
Sure.
So I could go the other half, and it would be similar. So potentially go full bore exhaust upgrade, and I also want to drop the ride height by about 20 mil.
Interesting.
Because it does. I mean, it is for practicality reasons. Like, it is more of a GT car.
Sure.
But it sometimes for me aesthetically it rides a bit high, and I drop it about 20 mil.
A lot of Ferraris do that, don't they?
They do that. I don't know what it is. I remember there was something going around on Instagram when people were getting Speciales. They were wearing Mind the Gap t-shirts because the ride height on those are standard a bit high. So yeah, exhaust maybe the next step. Drop it 20 mil.
Okay, nice.
You know.
Okay, I'm going to slightly change Ashley Hallam's question.
Okay.
What things do you dislike about the F12?
Not many.
Give me
but
3.
Okay, the first one, and this is going to sound mad, is the driving position. Yeah, now hear me out, right?
Okay, listen.
So, and I think this is totally personal preference. I don't think it is a bad driving position, but the way I liked to drive, I like the wheel a bit closer to my chest.
Okay.
But to compensate for that, I want the chair to go back so my legs aren't bunched up. Okay. Now, the rack on the F12 doesn't come far enough back. I would like it to come an extra inch forward so that I could grip it like here rather than here.
Sure.
But I'm compensating for that by sliding the whole chair forward and bringing the seat up.
Yourself.
And my whole body does feel a bit bunched.
Okay.
And on a longer journey, I do get the sort of irritating sort of aches that I wouldn't associate with what is a Grand Tourer.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like that's your own psychological issues.
That's my own thing.
Yeah.
That's my own.
You go with that. Yeah.
It is totally my own issue.
To have those issues.
Again, we're all different shapes and sizes, and my driving preference is probably a bit odd. But so driving position, I would also like to be a little bit lower with the arse. But anyway, so yeah, seating position 1.
Sure.
Number 2. It's quite a big car, so when it's fine in the countryside and whatnot, when on the occasion that I bring it into London, I'm aware of it.
Aware of how big it is.
Yeah, I've sort of, and it feels like it's turning from the front. Like, that sounds really odd, but because the bonnet, like, you could land an aircraft on that. It's like 12 foot long.
Yeah, the bonnet.
When you're sort of turning with it, you're very aware that there's this mass up front that sort of, the nose is moving. It's not the car almost. And so that it's not a problem. It's something you get used to. And number 3, I'm not sure.
Okay, let's
I don't know.
I'm going to come up with number 3.
You come up with 3.
Yeah, the thing that I dislike about this car.
Yeah. This car specifically, or the F12?
No, your car.
Okay, I've got a third one for you.
Okay, you go.
This car specifically is cream Alcantara in the middle of the seats. What idiot would expect that?
What a disaster!
So it absorbs jean stain.
Yeah.
It thrives off it.
Yeah.
So that.
And on a hot day, you like.
On a hot, So that I would probably not go for next time.
Okay, so quickly on that then.
Yeah.
Freestyle Quizmaster right now.
Yeah, absolutely, off the beaten track.
If you were to order another F12 tomorrow, what would you change in terms of spec?
Well, these two things tie into each other. Driving position, I'd go sports seats instead of Daytona touring seats.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have Alcantara in the middle unless the whole colour was black.
Interestingly, in relation to the beginning of this video, VP Kenneth has asked, how did you experience the reliability of the F12 so far, engine electronics wise? Oh shit.
Honestly, until the start of this video, no issues at all.
Flawless.
There's been no problems.
So weird, that is.
Yeah. How typical. So far, so good, man.
Amazing. Brent Bowl, is it easy to obey the speed limit, or do you find yourself speeding a lot? Because a lot of journalists have said that this car is too quick for the road.
Which is rubbish. You just put less right foot and that's it. It's there's no such thing as too quick for the road because you just don't use the accelerator as much.
But is that then a way? Are you then using such little amount of the car's performance that it's a waste?
I'm not saying that I don't use the performance, but what I'm saying is
0 to 30 is amazing.
It's fine to manage
Launch control.
No, yeah,
that's
it. Yeah.
Up to 40.
It's fine to manage. No, I know what they mean in that it has a vast amount of power, so it's easy to sort of creep over the line, as it were. But sometimes there's scenarios where that is acceptable on track, of course.
Yeah.
You know, just like that, and so normally it's
off camera.
It's totally fine. Yeah, when the cameras aren't on.
Okay, so let's see what else we've got. I can't remember who asked this now, so apologies. But what's it like as a Ferrari owner, specifically an F12 owner, with all the button placement? Because it's very unique Ferraris. They put everything on the steering wheel and then all over the cabin.
Yeah, it's something you get used to.
Even though you couldn't find any buttons.
Yeah, but that was something I hope you weren't going to mention, because that's more of a first world problem than it is.
You have too many cars.
Yeah, that's jumping between cars and like spending time in one car.
You still get those signals, even in the F12.
Yeah, that's just spending time in one car and then coming back and realising that the buttons are on opposite sides.
Okay,
that aside, I could take it or leave it.
Sure.
I don't know. It's something you just get used to, really.
Yeah, it doesn't, because I think their idea, wasn't it? It was more involved driving.
You don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel, all that sort of nonsense. But yeah, when you're driving that hard, you're not indicating anyway.
A couple of Quizmaster specials.
Go on.
So 2 things, mainly about storage space.
Right.
Did you get the luggage pack?
I didn't.
No, would you want it?
No, it's like a 12 grand option.
But the bags would look so nice back there.
They would look nice.
Have you ever used the straps?
Never. No, I just throw a bag in the back. To be honest, even on road trips, I don't pack enough to put on the back. It all goes in the boot.
Yeah.
So tying it with the boot question earlier, boot's good.
Boot's good, okay, fine.
The back is just show-off bags.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd use them.
Okay, so this one we know the answer to, but I think people don't always realise.
Yeah.
Please tell us the running costs from _Snapey, servicing, tyres, fuel, etc. We've obviously come on to fuel.
Yeah, fuel we've done. Okay, one of the reasons that I actually did the video in this format was, I'll be honest, I did go out and begin filming a living with video on my normal format. And then it became really boring really quickly, because the running costs of this are pretty much zero. And I say that because when you buy a new Ferrari, it comes with a 4-year warranty and a 7-year service pack. I mean, the Fiat 500s don't come with that. It's crazy. So running costs outside of petrol, and they're dictated very much by how you drive it anyway.
Sure.
So I can't comment on that. I tend to go through tyres because I drive it quite spiritedly, and to be fair, you can get really good deals on tyres now online.
Yeah, they're never that crazy.
Insert tyre sponsor here. Anyone who would like to sponsor me with some tyres?
I've heard Michelin are great.
But who you're sponsored by?
The other thing which everyone always asks about running costs. So insurance, no one can tell you how much a car costs to insure.
Exactly, because everyone's circumstances are so different.
Yeah, that's the way that insurance is calculated on your job, your age, your location.
If you've had a crash, if you've written off a Scuderia, things like that.
So,
yeah. So even though entry point to buying one of these cars is expensive, running them is by the by, really.
Yeah, actually pretty good compared to some
amazing.
other cars.
Yeah. Where'd that come from?
I don't know, mate. I felt it. Just really.
Do you ever? It happens to me in the shower.
Well, where to go?
Here we go. Cool. Where are we going with this?
Yeah, well, I knew we were
Sometimes I step in the shower and it's this like time warp, and I start singing songs that I heard when I was 12.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why. Like, there's been no stimulus for that.
It's weird.
I just go in, and then it's Hanson.
Oh my god, you know they made a comeback the other day? Like a
So I heard.
20-year anniversary or something.
Yeah, you know.
Hanson.
So yeah, I find the shower is a time machine.
I think as well.
Vintage tunes.
Oh, I don't know if we're having like a young life crisis. Yeah. I've really got back into WWF wrestling recently.
You're having a crisis.
This applies nothing to do with the F12, by the way. Niels 1. What is the name of the colour?
It's called Rosso Berlinetta, and it is actually quite a significant colour because the colour was designed for the F12. and it was launched on the F12 at Pebble Beach.
You don't see many of them in this colour. They often go for
You don't, actually. I mean, my dealership, which is Stratstone Ferrari Wilmslow, which is otherwise known as Manchester Ferrari, they're not in Manchester at all, they've only had 2 of these cars in this colour, and one went to the Isle of Man. So from that dealership, since the car was launched, this is the only one that still remains in England. Obviously other dealers, I'm sure, have them. But yeah, it's crazy. It's an amazing colour. It's a triple layer paint, otherwise known as a pearlescent paint job. And as a result, in the sunshine, it's fantastic, and in overcast, it looks like an aubergine. So, yeah.
Love them aubergine vibes. How long do you envisage keeping this car for?
Until the next one comes out.
The replacement.
The replacement F12.
What if an F12 GTO came out?
I will take this. I will take the F12 GTO.
Okay.
If they were to do a more hardcore
another
TDF,
level above the TDF.
like an F12 GTO Speciale.
Yeah, Aperta.
Then I'd take this. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
You get on that straight away. Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. As always, thank you for watching. If there is any other questions that you have about anything,
text me.
Yeah. That's it. But stick 'em. What I'll do is I'll put up a sort of video about this going live. By all means, ask questions below that, and I can answer those again. But otherwise, there it was. Quickfire round. Thank you for all your questions. Sorry if we missed any out. Yeah, we'll see you next time. As always, be sure to check out Sam's channel because he's got some great content at the minute. I'm mildly jealous. He had some hot laps with none other than Sebastian Vettel.
It's pretty mega.
See you later, guys. Ciao.